President Trump recently underwent medical tests due to mild swelling in his legs and bruising in one hand. Hear what the White House is saying about this condition.
I know that many in the media have been speculating about bruising on the president's hand and also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today. In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic
public disclosure regarding President Donald Trump's health, focusing on his diagnosis of chronic venous insufficiency, CVI, has become a subject of exhaustive analysis, not just for its specific medical details but for the intricate political and communication strategy it so clearly represents. Welcome viewers to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, like my video and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update. The public announcement, delivered by White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt, was a direct and deliberate response to a physical observation made by the president himself: mild swelling in his lower legs. This seemingly minor symptom served as the pivotal catalyst for a series of thorough and comprehensive medical evaluations, the results of which were then proactively released to the public. This strategic transparency stands in stark contrast to past practices concerning presidential health, signaling a calculated effort to seize control of the narrative and preemptively dismantle the inevitable deluge of rumors and conjecture that inevitably follow any health-related news about a figure of such global prominence. A comprehensive understanding of CVI's pathophysiology is essential to fully grasp the context of the president's diagnosis. The human circulatory system is a masterpiece of biological engineering, with arteries efficiently distributing oxygenated blood from the heart to the body's tissues and veins tirelessly working to return deoxygenated blood. The venous system in the lower extremities, in particular, faces a constant and formidable opponent: gravity. To overcome this perpetual downward force, these veins rely on a sophisticated partnership between a series of tiny, delicate, one-way valves and the powerful calf muscle pump. During physical activity like walking or running, the contraction of the calf muscles compresses the deep veins, propelling blood upwards. The valves then snap shut, preventing any backward flow. In CVI, these crucial valves become compromised over time, due to factors such as age, genetics, or prolonged standing, losing their ability to close completely. This valvular incompetence leads to a phenomenon called venous reflux, where blood pools in the lower veins, causing an increase in pressure that results in the characteristic swelling, or edema, in the ankles and lower legs. The medical team's diagnostic process for President Trump was meticulous and thorough, employing state-of-the-art, non-invasive techniques such as vascular studies and a lower extremity ultrasound to produce high-resolution images of blood flow and assess the structural integrity and function of the valves. This level of granular detail was not merely for diagnostic purposes but was a cornerstone of a public relations strategy designed to instill public confidence and provide a clear, unambiguous account of the president's health status. Part 2. Strategic disclosure and demystifying visible health indicators. The press briefing's scope was intentionally broad, extending well beyond the primary diagnosis to directly address other visible health indicators that had become focal points of public curiosity. A prime example was the bruising on the back of President Trump's hand, a minor detail that had nevertheless sparked intense online speculation and media analysis. Press Secretary Leavitt's explanation was a masterpiece of both medical clarity and political messaging. She attributed the bruising to a precise confluence of two common factors. The first was the president's frequent and often vigorous handshaking, a hallmark of his public persona. The repetitive, forceful grip can cause minor trauma to the fragile capillaries beneath the skin, an effect that is significantly more pronounced in older individuals whose skin and blood vessels have lost some of their youthful elasticity and supportive collagen. The second, and medically more significant, factor was his daily regimen of aspirin. Aspirin is a widely used medication in preventative cardiology, prescribed to reduce the risk of serious cardiovascular events such as heart attacks and strokes by inhibiting platelet aggregation, the process by which blood cells clump together to form clots. However, a well-documented side effect of aspirin is its anticoagulant property, which impairs the body's natural ability to form clots, making a person more susceptible to bruising from even the most minor bumps or pressure. By linking this visible sign directly to a medically approved and beneficial treatment, the White House effectively demystified the bruising and reframed it not as a symptom of an underlying illness, but as a direct consequence of proactive and responsible health management. The timing of this diagnosis is a critical piece of the broader health narrative. The fact that the condition was not mentioned in his prior comprehensive physical exam in April is highly significant. That earlier report explicitly stated that his blood flow was normal and there was no swelling. This suggests that the CVI was either in a very early, asymptomatic stage or developed in the months following that initial checkup. The emergence of the swelling, therefore, served as the new and critical symptom that triggered the more detailed and focused examination that ultimately led to the CVI diagnosis. A crucial component of this recent investigation was the rigorous process of ruling out more dangerous and life-threatening conditions. The medical team's report confirmed no evidence of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a dangerous condition involving a blood clot that could potentially travel to the lungs, and no evidence of arterial disease, which would indicate a problem with the arteries. This key distinction between a chronic, manageable condition and an acute, potentially fatal one was a central pillar of the White House's public relations message, carefully crafted to alleviate public fears and provide a definitive, reassuring picture of the president's health. Part 3. Comprehensive management and the politics of strategic transparency. The management of chronic venous insufficiency typically involves a multifaceted approach centered on non-invasive therapies and lifestyle modifications. While the press secretary did not provide granular details of President Trump's specific treatment plan, she outlined standard recommendations that are universally accepted in the medical community. These include periodic leg elevation to harness gravity's assistance in promoting venous return, engaging in regular physical exercise, particularly activities like walking that use the powerful calf muscle pump to aid circulation, and the potential use of compression stockings to provide external support and pressure to the veins, thereby reducing swelling. Leavitt was careful to reiterate that the president's condition was not causing him any discomfort and was not at a stage where it would lead to severe complications like skin ulcers, which can occur in advanced, untreated cases. In the highly charged political landscape, the health of a nation's leader is often seen as a direct reflection of its stability and strength. The White House's decision to be so forthcoming about this diagnosis was a shrewd move designed to project an image of a transparent, forthright, and confident administration. Leavitt further bolstered this image by confirming that the extensive examination had also screened for and found no signs of other serious systemic illnesses, such as heart failure or renal impairment. In her final, confident summary to the press, she declared, "The president remains in excellent health, which I think all of you witness on a daily basis here." This definitive statement, coupled with the formal release of a doctor's letter that served as official confirmation, was the final act in a carefully choreographed public health update. The entire episode was framed as a testament to the president's robust health and the administration's commitment to a new standard of transparency. The public was left with a detailed medical explanation, a demystification of visible symptoms, and a strong political message of health and vitality, all meticulously crafted to manage public perception and instill confidence in the leader's fitness to govern.